Greetings, fellow humans. I'm MartianBuu, and these are 5 decks to play day 1 for Onyxia's Lair. First up, we have Burn Shaman. This is largely the same as Burn Shaman has been since it got Drekthar. I am running the quest, which people often don't, but I think it's fun, and it does come in handy. The new addition to the deck is Bracing Cold, which heals for 5 and then reduces the cost of a spell in your hand by 2. So not only does this cycle a card with your frog, but it also reduces the cost of one of your other spells, often to 0, so that you can cycle with the frog again. Next up we have Infestation Evenlock. So Fellwalker has been waiting on a high cost Fell spell to get some value out of it. Infestation is kind of like a pseudo Spreading Plague or budget Soul Mirror, but what's cool about it is you can cast it off of a 3/7 taunt. It's also one card that puts a ton of demons into your pool. So you can play Blood Reaver Gul'dan without having a heavy amount of demons in your deck and still have a lot of demons to summon with your Gul'dan. I don't know that this will change the way that we play Evenlock optimally, but I think this is a fun place to try the Fellwalker Infestation combo. Next is Big Beast Hunter. So Pet Collector goes and fetches you a Witchwood Grizzly. 5 mana for a 3/3 and a 3/12 taunt seems pretty good. And with Vander Stormpike, if the game goes on long enough, eventually you can start summoning charged Devilsaurs. After the Witchwood Grizzly dies, you can resummon it with Revive Pet. Pet Collector Witchwood Grizzly is a good combo. It just needs the right deck to be used in. And what's cool about this deck is you have a late game to work towards, so you actually benefit from that time that Witchwood Grizzly buys you. Next we have Dragon Druid. This deck is using Kazaku-san and Raid Boss Onyxia. Guff gives you a lot of ramp, so you can actually play higher cost things. Onyxian Warder is really cool in a dragon heavy deck. It's a 5 cost card, so you actually get to play it alongside an efficient Oaken Summons package. So this deck just tries to win on board with dragons and finish your opponent off with some fancy duels treasures in the late game. Finally, we have the deck I'm the most excited to play with, Dragon Priest. This deck is built around Horn of Rathian. If you only have dragons in your deck, Horn of Rathian will summon 2/1 whelps with Rush every time. So it was just about finding the right deck to do that in. Dustbreaker and Lightmaw Netherdrake are both 4-cost dragons that deal 3 to the board if you're holding specific things. The Lightmaw enables the Dustbreaker, as does Kazaku-san and Draconic Studies. Between Insight and Draconic Studies, you can reduce the cost of your Kazaku-san by a bit and actually get down the duel's treasures at a reasonable time. Draconic Studies lets you play Dustbreaker or Lightmaw a turn early. Horn of Rathian gives you something to do against aggro that draws you something to do against aggro, so you can kind of curve out with clears that way. The rest of the deck is an Inner Fire build. Obviously we don't have Inner Fire in the deck. I think Bless is better, and the Divine Spirit package overall is secondary to the dragon game plan. This way, if your Kazaku-san gets ratted, you still have a way to win the game. And that package is just very split between Holy and Shadow spells, so your Lightmaw is very likely to be active when you need it to be. That about wraps things up. I hope you found at least one deck to try on day 1. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Martian videos, and thanks for watching.